Hello everyone, welcome to the Game Swirlers, the wine and book club for games.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Alex. Let's talk games.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Game Swirlers. Today we played 2 games instead of 1. Relatively short.
Free.
Both free. But also, influential in a lot of ways.
Yeah, they were about, I guess depending on how you played it, 10 minutes to 35 minutes long.
Yeah. So the first game, we didn't really have an order, but one of the games that we played was called The Plan. It was developed by Krillbite Studio, and that studio created what? What was it?
Among the Sleep?
Among the Sleep.
A walking sim horror game where you play as a child.
Yeah.
Like in a teddy bear. I've not played it.
Yeah, neither have I.
I'm not into scary.
But
That's okay.
yeah, and the other game was called... What was it again?
Dr. Langeskov.
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 The Tiger.
And the Terribly Cursed Emerald?
A Whirlwind Heist.
Yes. Yeah, and that was developed by Crows, who also developed... the designer... So it's a fairly new studio. They claim to be experimental in their game design. But the designer for this game also designed...
They did the Stanley
Parable. So... And that game was very similar to the Stanley Parable in many ways.
Mm-hmm. Same narration and walking.
Yeah.
Walking through doors.
So I guess you guys want to start off with which one first?
We all played The Plan first.
Yeah, let's go with The Plan first.
Yeah, alright, The Plan.
Probably the more simpler to explain as well.
Very simple. You're a fly.
You are a fly. And you fly up.
Yeah, you keep flying up, which is cool. Did any of you fly sideways?
Yeah.
I flied diagonally the entire time to the left.
Oh, really?
And right.
Okay.
I fly.
I flew. I flied.
I was a fly.
And I flew. Yeah.
Do you ever fly? Things fly. It flied. It flew.
It flew.
It flew.
You never flied.
Never. Flied. Never. Flied isn't a word, I don't think.
Okay.
Unless it's like some sort of... Oh, dude, you killed the fly, you just flied.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Like, you effing lied. You fly. Fly or...
But yeah, it's very simple. You're a fly, and you can pretty much just go up. But there are, of course, obstacles. You can call them obstacles.
Can you die? Or get squished or anything?
Actually, yes, I believe you can. If you wait and you get pushed underneath the leaf, I'm pretty sure you can... No, you cannot die. Okay, you tried it?
You know, like, when you first fly up and you can't go back down?
Yeah.
Like, there's that wall?
Mm-hmm.
I was determined. So as soon as I saw a leaf, I got myself under it and kept it above me, so it pushed me through... Like, I clipped through the invisible boundary.
Oh,
pushed me all
interesting.
the way to the ground, and I was stuck for a second, but you have to, like, wiggle out for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you can't die, but you can somehow clip yourself back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I played this game, I think, a year ago, and for some reason in my head, I thought you could die somehow, but yeah.
Maybe you can at the web, I didn't wait there.
Yeah. It's scary.
A little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like...
And it comes out of nowhere. It shows you that first web first, and you dodge it, and then out of nowhere the next web comes.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
So yeah, you're obviously assuming that, oh man, there's a spider.
There's a spider on the way, right?
Yeah. But no such thing, I believe. But you have a purpose, right, to go upwards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, when I first played it, I remember thinking, yeah, this, I felt as though I was on a mission,
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep going forward, keep going up. And then,
you're promptly killed by a light bulb?
A light bulb, yeah. Which is rather
up in the sky, past the stars.
Yeah, I thought it was a really cool mesh where you keep flying up and then the music starts. It's very orchestral.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, once you get past the treetops, you are faced with the infinite cosmos behind you, and then a light comes.
Right. By infinite, can you move infinitely left and right?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
But that's what it's supposed to symbolize.
The texture was wrapped though, like it had repeating parts, so you can see if you went one.
And the light bulb sort of symbolized the sun, I felt, or a star.
Yeah. So you're like, or it could be some sort of deeper meaning where it's some sort of higher transcendence you're going to, right? So it's just a light. I thought it more symbolized some sort of heaven-like realm that you're going up towards. It's like this is the end goal. Yeah.
Well, yeah, in the fly's mind, if we assume it's sort of like flycatcher, where it zaps the fly, it does draw the flies to it. So it's like, oh, I want to go towards it, and I guess in that way, it sort of is their heaven for a second, and then
Once I ascended above the tree line, and you get the stars, and then it's the cosmos, and then it's just light. As soon as I passed the tree line, it felt like I had transcended whatever I was at. I was on some path into afterlife in some way.
Yep. But that was your folly.
Yeah.
In the end.
And you couldn't tell it was a light bulb until you're
right
until you get zapped.
And you couldn't go back once you
it was pulling you towards it.
Yep.
Kind of reminded me of a gravitational field in a way.
Yeah.
But it could also be
a star.
Yeah, and it's also sort of the fly needs to go towards it. It's its desire to touch it.
Yep. So what did that mean to either of you? Because I kind of interpreted it as, so I'm in a high school class, and you would say, oh, it's the American Dream, obviously, right? It had that kind of Steinbeckian feel to it.
What was the fly's dream? His plan?
Yeah, his plan. I'm not entirely sure. He was trying to achieve something, right? Transcendence of some sort. But of course, he was met with death. Or in The Great Gatsby, where the green light, correct? In the book.
Yeah.
Where is it Nick? No, it's Gatsby who is striving for. I can't remember the end.
Yeah.
Of
So
quote.
the green light is across the way on Daisy's whatever, the port, whatever that's called, a dock, whatever.
Yeah, it's a dock.
And Gatsby stares at the green light out of his envy, whatever.
Right.
But no, I don't think it's just strictly American. I did not pick up on a Steinbeckian sort of feel.
Okay.
Where are you getting that from?
I don't. Maybe it's not explicitly the American Dream, but it has something to do with, I have these ideas of grandeur in mind, but you're faced with a reality of no. That's, what you truly want is nothing but a mere physical object which is just a light bulb that will kill you. Or will cause you harm in some way.
Yeah, but that's not strictly so. It's called The Plan, right? And you begin its brevity certainly on one level does reflect the life of a fly, but then when you think about how it applies to humans, our lives and our goals, our efforts, striving upward, climbing a ladder. Sure, you could think of it corporately, but just any effort to climb. Fighting against gravity in that way. Some farmer in some Asian country doesn't have the American Dream, but they're putting all their effort into whatever they're doing.
Right.
I don't think it's nationally related, but definitely has to do with the futility and our disillusionment as humans, just as people. We do things, right? But maybe they're not going towards what we think they are.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you go from a beautiful landscape of space. You have was it Horsehead Nebula? I don't. I'm not up with my nebula names, but it's quite beautiful, and you have the triumphant, maybe not triumphant, but orchestral score that is mesmerizing, and you keep going, and then all of that you can just throw it out the window because you just go up to a light bulb and die.
Yeah, it was sort of like a "you have arrived" moment. Like
yeah.
No. The Krusty Krab training video. The it was that, and then the video cuts off because you never find the secret ingredient.
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. Once again, SpongeBob is relatable to
always applicable.
Yeah, always applicable. That is a perfect analogy, though. Wow.
But there's one part we haven't mentioned.
The typing part.
The typing
part. I thought that really made the game more into a piece of art by you typing that in the end.
Wait, is it sort of you signing it like it's your art?
Perhaps
you've made it your journey. And
yeah, it's the plan that you had to go through. That
you named your plan in a way.
Yeah, perhaps.
I mean, what did you do? What did you type?
I don't remember what I initially typed back in the day, but back in the day, which is I think a year ago. But I just typed "it all ends" this time around.
I typed "Hello World!" exclamation point.
That's good.
Nice.
Did any of you test the character limit on it?
No, I did not.
Wondering if you can just fill the page with just letters, but I didn't test that.
Huh. I typed the plan, and then I was gonna.
Is that your final answer?
I went back through to get some screenshots, and it crashed right when I was approaching the light bulb. I like pressed the screenshot button and it said whatever has crashed. So I didn't.
Wow, maybe that speaks to the utility of trying to gain some beautiful picture out of it.
But I was gonna type "she did" the second time. Yeah, what was I was wondering, does that like send to some database? Like,
perhaps,
are they recording these?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or is it just like to make you have some agency in like what it means for you?
So I'm on their website, Kilbright's website that has the plan, and there's not much here. It just
Krillbite
or Krillbite. What did I say?
Kilbright.
Kilbright. Wow. Okay.
Krillbite.
Krillbite.
Yeah.
Wow. So the subheading to the plan, it says, "Every word you read of this useless print is another second of your life."
Oh.
That's totally what it is.
Yeah, that's essentially the game right there. But yeah, there's no tracker of any sort on it, so I think it might just be to give you some sort of authorship.
Mm-hmm. To your plan, to your journey you just partook.
I don't know if I can adequately describe why I enjoyed typing it at the end, but I did.
It all ends, what you said, right?
It all ends.
I can see like
just shut the computer and lie in my bed.
It ends. I'm done.
Just
toss your computer out the window.
Honestly, I thought you were going to talk about... I even told Alex that you're going to just talk about phenomenology the whole time. Because like that's...
Alright, do you know how the fly feels now?
Yeah,
Can you relate to
what
every
is it
fly?
like to be a fly? Yeah! No.
But we've already done that too.
We've already done that, yeah. And that was the game wasn't going for phenomenology.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it could have been, but...
Alright, so that was the plan.
Yeah, so that was the plan.
We also had Dr. Langeskov.
The tiger.
The cursed emerald and...
The whirlwind heist. So, were you guys able to get past the tiger?
What?
Yeah.
Are we doing the whole R thing? It's gonna be a satire of their satire.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tiger part was really easy. I didn't have much trouble.
Yo.
Yeah, I only beat it in like 30 seconds.
Do you remember the hint though at the very beginning? Flamed cars.
It was helpful.
It was very helpful.
Yeah, the event and my spy.
Words?
The thief vision hint. I don't know. It's a hint. It was a hint. It was helpful. Yeah. So the game was not what it was.
Do you want to tell them about your little incident?
No.
Okay.
It's proprietary. Proprietary. I'm gonna make a game like that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And it'll be so good.
I would like to see a game.
I would play a game like that.
I would love it.
I did play a game like that.
You did. You're right. Don't tell them.
In short, I had experienced a glitch that changed the entire mechanics of the game, and it was a good game.
So when you found out the mechanics weren't what they were originally,
it changed the meaning. I thought the game was about addictive video game manipulation, which Ed McMillan has said some words about this.
Who helped
Super Meat Boy,
Super Meat Boy,
Binding of Isaac.
Basement Collections.
He actually has a game called AVGM because of how he's seen games do this, where like you get invested in it, and like gamification of games, like gamification has lent itself to AVGM, where you feel like you have to do every single dang thing in a game, and so you spend hours upon hours just doing something, and like all that unlocks is the ability for you to do more things to unlock. Which there's a game that we can do sometime about, like a mini thing on, called Don't Move, which is all about AVGM. But I thought that's what it was about until I unlocked
what is
mechanics.
AVG? What does AVGM stand for?
Addictive video game manipulation.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking angry video game.
Murd. No, AVGM. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was it actually about?
Wait, did you actually finish?
Yeah. I got so upset at how ridiculous the game I was playing was that I was like, if we're gonna do it, I just want to see how it goes.
Okay.
So I looked up a video of it, and this person was playing the game that I was supposed to be playing. And I was like, how are you doing this? So I like toggled with things and unplugged things, and it ended up.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, it is very much akin to the Stanley Parable. Satire of what it means to be a game, presenting those questions.
It sort of presents you in this role of you're controlling the back end of the game.
Yeah.
Like moving the player through the story by activating certain switches and things like that.
It made video games seem more like
a theater?
A theater, yeah, which was quite interesting. But it also seems that maybe it seemed to question the people who make games and the people who test games, and the people who work on games. There were even strike signs that were talking about, we don't like the work conditions or whatnot. So perhaps that's talking about the video game designing realm of working.
I could see that. There are storyboards, and there are game concepts all over the floor, and notes and sticky notes and letters and things like that. Yeah.
I really enjoyed at one point there was in the tester room where they had the majority of the testing, where they had the testers fill out what they thought about the game and answer questions. There's one that just had a Dota character, and it said Dota at the bottom of it. Yeah,
I didn't see that.
it was.
Wait, is that the one with the picture of the face?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. It's not Dota.
Yeah. It just screams Dota. So that struck me though as interesting because you put your game out to an audience or to testers, and it's not what you want them to take away from it. They might have a very intentional idea of what games are, and you might have this one tester or audience that say, "This game is dumb. These are my games that I play." Dota, right? You just scream it out saying, "I don't want to play this game. Or I don't like this game. I'll just stick to what I play." That was something that I was faced with. It's like, I don't know. Maybe the intention of the video game creator is different from mine, and how do you kind of reconcile that difference?
Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't see anything more than that. Even, you have those tape recordings of people going nuts on the, talking about game concepts, about pencils and parrots, and then you got the auditions, the storyboards. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like a satire on that, as you said. Yeah. even their discussion boards and Steam stuff are satired in a way, and their game updates as well. They talk about fixes that aren't even part of the game, like we made it so the tiger isn't as hard, but you don't actually face a tiger. We made it so the AI for the lasers are 50% easier, but you don't even face any lasers. So, but they added pretzels to the game.
Just like a little Tommy.
Little Timmy is from Christmas Carol, right?
No, that's
Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Little Timmy.
Little Timmy. Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
I'm glad that people went full out though with it. I enjoyed that.
The people play on it.
Yeah, even the comments are like, "Oh, I couldn't get past the tiger."
I enjoy that so much. It's like,
that's what we should be doing right now.
We should probably, really though.
Yeah, we shouldn't actually be talking about the game. We should be.
That's what we started out doing.
Talking about the game.
And honestly, like they had tons of like. It seemed like it was all over the place. Like there was books. Like
I took it to be as like textbooks.
Like one was like the stage lighting for whatever. Another one was like sound design for. Yeah. Another one's like the press mind and creativity. Another one's like I don't know, like all sorts of different stuff. And like there were notes all over the place that had different numbers and whatever on them, and it just seemed like they threw a bunch of stuff in there. Like what was your one focus? Like what were they trying to say? It was too much.
Yeah. I did get overwhelmed with a lot of the things on the floor. And I was trying to dissect them, and sometimes there was even a repeat. There were some repeat papers. So I thought, I don't really know. And some of the repeat books.
Such as the Letter of Resignation. That
one was repeated,
About the flooding.
Yeah. I thought the game was essentially you playing the puppeteers in Plato's Cave Analogy.
Explain what that is for the uninformed.
You're such a philosophy person.
So in Plato's Cave Analogy, it's essentially about appearance and reality, right? So, you are this person who's been stuck in a cave for all your life, and you're chained up to a cave at the bottom. So you have this, we can call it like this, pressed cliff, and you're at the bottom of a cliff, and all you see your entire life are shadows on a wall, and that's your reality, right? And then one day, you're released from your shackles, and you go up to the cliff to find people playing out the shadows on the wall with fire. So people creating your reality with the shadows from the fire. You say, wow, my entire life, my reality has been a lie. And then you walk out of the cave to see the sun, which is true reality. And, you say, wow, this is what I've been missing my entire life, or whatever.
Is that comparable to, I guess, the Shawshank Redemption, when that one guy's released, but he's been institutionalized, and he comes out, and he's like, "Oh, all this is so different from what I remember."
Yeah, and then how you respond to reality, I suppose, in a way. But it's essentially the Matrix. That's what it is. That the story of the Matrix is Plato's Cave Analogy.
Oh, everything you know is a lie.
But there is you're right. You're exactly right. There's the response that you even see in the Matrix, where like I forget his name, but like the Judas character in the Matrix who betrays Neo, but like. He says that...
It's not Switch, is it?
The mustache guy?
It might be Switch. The bald guy.
I think it might be Switch.
He's in Chris Nolan's Memento, right? Okay.
Is he like the hotel keeper?
No, he's the...
Cypher.
Benny!
Yeah.
Wait, no.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Leonard.
Nimoy.
Leonard and Benny. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, it's the decision to your response once you discover the real world, like... If it's worse, is it worth it? Like, and for the Judas guy in Switch or whatever his name is, like, it wasn't worth it. Like, he would rather be back in the Matrix. Like, he knew what reality was. He betrayed reality and wanted to go back to the Matrix. And like in Shawshank Redemption, like they're so used to this, whenever it is this.
They've been institutionalized.
Yeah. And so I don't know if it's totally like. I don't know if that's the exact parallel, but still the response is there. Like, how do you respond return or to remain in reality.
Yeah. Well, Plato says in Republic 7, where the analogy comes from, to go back and drag so apparently in the story there are other people shackled down there as well, and you have to go down there and drag them out, even if they're kicking and screaming, to the sunlight to show them. Even if the world out there, Plato would say that's the world of ideas and that's good, right? To show them true reality. But even if it's a terrible world filled with suffering, you should still drag them out kicking and screaming to show them what true reality is.
He's Morpheus.
Like. Yeah.
So I don't personally. I did not get that reading from this game, but if that's what you want to say, then it's sort of the reverse of Plato's advice, because you have created someone else's like falsitude, and then you yourself, you subject yourself to it. Like,
well, that's what I was saying. You are the puppet master, right? You're the one who projects.
No, then you go into the cave.
Yeah. Even if you're aware of all the odds and ends, you're still going to play
That's
through
true,
it.
You're right, yeah.
You know everything behind it, and it's all fake. But
you still go in, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so and then if that's what they're saying, then they'd be making the statement that video games are not a mode for revealing truth. Rather, it's a way that we hide the truth from ourselves to see a world we prefer. I don't think that's a statement that they're making. I would hope not.
Yeah, I would hope not.
Is that the sort of thing they would say? I haven't played Stanley Parable, so.
The Stanley Parable is... The main focus behind that game is that you're always given some sort of choice, and then you can either go along with it, and that's, I believe, the fastest way to complete the game, or just deviate from completely what the narrator is saying. And, there's even a part where you're meant to press this button to save a baby from fire, and if you want to, you can do it for 4 hours straight, just pressing a button. And I guess that's sort of, oh, you wanted more? Well, here you go. Here's a game. Play this for 4 hours straight, if you desire. So
they, as a studio, they seem sort of cynical about maybe not games as a medium, but the current state of the video game, what do you call it, like AAA studios, the culture. Yeah. Maybe cynical, but maybe not entirely cynical. Maybe just probing, trying to find different ways of either conveying stories, or maybe there's a different way to do things. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it might be cynical. It's like they're trying to provoke people to do things with purpose, more with purpose.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, because I believe at first they don't really give you a choice, but then the narrator starts getting belligerent and saying, oh, you want more choices? I'll just give you all these choices.
Oh, in the Stanley Parable.
Yeah, and the choices have no meaning, but at least they're there because the players just want choices no matter what it is. So it is sort of playing on that.
At the very end, once you go to actually play the game, but then you have the other character.
Yeah, the game's sort of starting back over again.
Yeah, but then that person rushes through entirely and then goes straight to the tiger and releases the tiger. I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
What do you mean? Like the second guy?
Yeah, who goes incredibly fast, goes through everything in seconds, right? Not paying attention at all to what the narrator is saying.
Unfortunately, you can't actually do that as the player. So
yeah.
That's so meta, though, because you come through, the player's already playing, and at the end you're the player, and another player comes through, and I don't know. It's just a giant loop. And that's it. And I guess, again, that sort of plays on that whole typical indie thing that, it all just loops in the end, just like Swapper or even Transistor. They kind of have that hint, or, it's going all over again.
Is that a typical indie thing?
Maybe a typical, plot trope.
Plot trope, yeah.
That's what we do, we swirl.
We swirl games.
At any rate, we'd now like to present our Winter Wassail. Today we'll be swirling a spiced holiday libation. Winter Wassail, a pleasant blend of berry, blubbers,
actually has a nice scent to
lemons, pineapples,
Wow,
cinnamon spice.
Smell that.
And everything nice.
Kumquats. Bat diarrhea. And there's a hint of hummingbird nose hair. We hope you'll join us next time when we have the New Year's juice. Until then.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
All
right. No. Okay. I think I got it.
All right.
All right.
I want to thank everyone for watching again. It was fun talking about these 2 games that we played. Short, free,
and to the point.
The point. But with some tints of
All right,
Is that fine? Can we do it again?
Do it again. Go ahead.
Do it again.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this interweekly video of our swirling of the plan and, would you mind saying?
Dr. Langeskov, the heist.
Dr.
I hope everyone enjoyed.
What's up? Alright, go. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this interweekly video of the swirling we did for these 2 games. Very short episode just to keep your mouths watered. Please join us for our next video when we play another game. Okay, bye. What just happened? I was just along for that ride.